Welcome to West Texas High School Bowling Live. We're in warm-ups right now. We'll be starting play in about 7 minutes, where I'll come back and give you a little bit of commentary on what's going on. Right now on lanes 11 and 12, we've got Smyre going up against Lubbock High. And on 13 and 14, the match of the year. Not really, but sounds fun to say. Lubbock Cooper Boys Varsity against Lubbock Cooper Girls. The much anticipated. We didn't get this one last year, but we're getting it this year. So when we come back, we will be live with match play. I will get all the rosters and everything and how it's lining up, and then we will get started.
Eric, number 92, the order is ready in the grill. Eric, number 92, the order is ready.
Right now, I'm not even catching 11, which I really need to go the other direction. Like, we'll back it up.
has all kinds of issues and stuff, so he can't really get up there very easy.
Well, nothing people. 11 and 12. Well, you can kind of see them over there.
That's all right. Just do your thing, man.
Well, I hope we have them on again, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, he's kind of like the water. He's like, I can't get it.
This time is now over. Please hold up on your practice. Couple more rules we need to go over. Uniform rules. You must be wearing your jersey and slacks or skirts for girls. No headwear, no hats, beanies, anything like that, and no electronic devices in your ear or down in the pit area. If you have your phone, it has to go on the brown tables, not on the round tables, but no electronic devices in the pit area. This is your one warning. If you're caught with those things, you will be disqualified. All right, when your arrows come up, you will be in match play, week 6 of 12.
Halfway point. For the rubber meets the road. All next week.
You can put it up on top of mine if you want.
Put it on the
You can put it up here.
Yes, that can be.
Only people want to throw me in it.
Hole's not big enough.
Do what?
Hole's not big enough.
One, two, three, like that. All right, we're up and running. Lane 11 and 12 have already gotten started. That is going to be Lubbock High versus Smyer. They're still trying to figure out the bowling order on 13 and 14, which will be Lubbock Cooper boys versus Lubbock Cooper girls. Hopefully I'll have that line up pretty soon. For Lubbock High, leading off is Kaylee Gonzalez going against Cole Cambanis from Smyer. In the second position for Lubbock High is Noah Salas going against Maddie St. Clair for Smyer. From Lubbock High in the third position, Abraham Lilly is going against KJ Brandon from Smyer. Melanie Boynton is in the fourth hole for Lubbock High, bowling against Chloe Horn, girl on girl. That's awesome. And cleaning up everything, the anchor position for Lubbock High is Logan Gonzalez. He will be bowling Smyer's Wyatt Bartles. Ought to be a good match over there on 11 and 12. 13 and 14 is going to be interesting with Lubbock Cooper on Lubbock Cooper, boys against girls. I'm not saying the girls don't have a chance. They do. They're just going to have to bowl really, really well. You're going to catch a little piece on 15 and 16 of Monterey going up against Shallow Water. And you might see a little bit on lane 10 of Plainview and Coronado. I don't think you can see them actually, their approach. Hey, Caitlin Withrow on lane 14 with a spare. First one didn't quite stay up. Brandon Simonton on lane 13 picks up his spare. Logan Gonzalez now on lane 11. That's the way you start off a match right there. I am going to see if I can get somebody to go down and get the score sheet so I can get everybody's name in so I know who's bowling who. 1 second. Live stream starting to fill up now. Welcome to West Texas High School Bowling. This first section of high school bowling is a little slow. These are individual matches, 1v1. So it's a 2-game total pins, 2 full games total pins against the person across from you. I'm going to get these written down right here. Maybe you can hear me as I'll try to talk through it. For Cooper girls, we have leading off Elizabeth McCluskey. She will be going up against Drew Campos. All right, sorry about that. Couldn't talk and read at the same time and write, so here we go. For the Cooper girls, leading off is Elizabeth McCluskey. She's going to be going against Drew Campos from the Cooper boys. For the Cooper girls, Caitlin Withrow is going up against Brandon Simonton. For the Cooper boys, Jenna Loya is going to be, for the girls team, will be going up against Brendan Brown. For the Cooper boys team. For Cooper girls, it'll be Laura Oglesby going against Camden Coleman. For Cooper boys. And cleaning thing up, bowling anchor for Cooper girls will be Rebecca Wilson going up against Jackson Witt. For Cooper boys. So we will have the highest returning average girl going up against the highest returning average boy from last year. It's not necessarily the way it is this year. Right now, Camden Coleman is leading West Texas High School bowling. We can kind of go over those averages as well, just to give you an idea. Right now, for West Texas High School bowling, Camden Coleman is in first place, averaging 217.9. We got to break it down to individual points here because they are so close. In second place right now is Jackson Witt, who is bowling Rebecca Wilson right now. Camden's bowling in the 4-hole. Jackson's bowling in the 5-hole. And then in third place, Ruben Avelos from Monterey, averaging 208. In fourth place, from Friendship, Aiden Veretto, averaging 205. In sixth place, from Lubbock Cooper, Caden Jimenez, who is not here today, averaging 190. Dion Maestas is in seventh from Monterey, averaging 190.3. Caden Jimenez is averaging 190.5. That's on the boys' side. That's her top 7. Top 5 make up the all-district team. The next 3 are honorable mention. So I guess that would be the last one on the honorable mention right now would be Corbin Summerford from Monterey, averaging 189.1. On the girls' side, Rebecca Wilson is back in the lead, averaging 186.8 after a kind of interesting start to the season. Addison Palaman from Lubbock Cooper Liberty, bowling for the West Texas High School Bowling Co-op team, is averaging 179.3. Laura Oglesby for Cooper, averaging 161. Chloe Horn from Smyer, averaging 154. Addison Crump from Friendship, who is a JV bowler, averaging 145. Jenna Loya, the next one on the list, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. She will be in sixth place, averaging 144. Zoe Summerford from Monterey, averaging 143. And then wrapping it up is Madison Silva from Estacado, averaging 136. Top 5 go to the all-district tournament and make the all-district team. Next 3 are honorable mention. Give you an update on standings right now. You can find all of this information at WTHSBC.com. But I will let you know here if you don't want to go and look at those. On the varsity side, which we call the boys' side, the varsity side, unofficially, Friendship is in the lead at 5-0. Monterey with 79 points. So the way that works is it's matches won, and if you're tied there, it goes down to points. So Monterey is in second place. They have 5 matches won as well, but they have 72 points. Lubbock Cooper varsity is in third place unofficially, 4-1, averaging with 72 points. Unofficially in fourth is Lubbock Cooper girls at 4-1, averaging 54 points. So it's 3 versus 4 on lanes 13 and 14. And then on 11 and 12, you've got Smyre and Lubbock High, which are 9 and 10 in the standings, respectively, unofficially, with 24 and 18 points. So that's going to be a really good match over there on 11 and 12. Officially, on the boys' side, on the varsity side, Monterey's in first, Lubbock Cooper varsity is in second, Friendship's in third, in fourth place is Estacado, in fifth place is Plainview. And that is really because Friendship is 4-0. Monterey, which is in third, Monterey is at 5-0, but Friendship has bowled one exhibition game and Monterey has not. They're going to get their exhibition games more towards the end of the year, where Friendship's kind of got all their exhibition games piled right up front. There will be 2 exhibition games in the 12-week schedule.
Number 100, your order's ready in the grill. Number 100, your order's ready in the grill.
All right. That's a little update on what's going on. Again, this first section is kind of slow, so I'm going to talk about the players as much as I possibly can. Kind of tell you how to pick up things, how to do things. I'm going to treat this as if nobody knows what's going on with bowling. So forgive me if this is too obvious of information. Well, we've got Mr. Klepper back on the live stream. Good to have you back. He is a coach from Nebraska, Midland University, I believe. Kind of watching here. I'm glad to have him here. He's watching a few bowlers from the Cooper team, I believe. We'll take a look at a few bowlers from Lubbock High and Smyre as well. I am sorry that we've got 2 teams that were on the live stream last week. They're on the live stream again this week. Kind of had to do it based on matches. There are certain matches that didn't need to be shown on the live stream. And that's just kind of how it worked out with 3 and 4 bowling each other and 9 and 10 bowling each other. I think that made sense. Kids are standing up down there, so I can't actually look to the lane. I'm going to have to look at the screen to find out what's going on. Laura Oglesby on lane 14 with a big strike. That's more of what I expect from that girl. Cole Kimbins on lane 11 for Smyre. That is not exactly what he wanted. All right. Y'all wanted to see him. Here's Jackson Witt on lane 13. Might be, well, no, definitely one of the best bowlers in the state of Texas, for sure. He won the Texas Masters this year, which is the way you get to that here in Texas is you have to have one of the high scratch scores at state. One of the top 8 boys high scratch scores at state, and they go and bowl each other in a couple of day event, and he won the Texas Masters this year. He's also was 44th at Junior Gold this last year. Junior Gold is an interesting, it's a youth tournament. You have to qualify at a local state tournament to qualify to go to Junior Gold. Over 1,600 bowlers made their way to Detroit this last year. Basically, 1 in 6 have an opportunity to make it, and it's really not even that. It's probably more like 1 in 10, 1 in 15. So when you start doing the math on that, over 10,000.
Maria, number 97, your order is ready.
Hold on one second. Sorry about that. Over 10,000 boys in the state of across the U.S. and some of the military and Canada and all different places tried out for junior gold. Over 1,600, I believe, or is it 1,200? I have to look at that. I think it's 1,200. Over 1,200 boys made it to Detroit, and out of 1,200, Jackson Went was number 44th. Very, very impressive. He bowled very well. That's Caitlin Withrow on lane 13 with a big strike. I'm going to look something up because I want to talk about one of the bowlers from Cooper. And I need to get this name right here. So bear with me. I'm a dude. I don't. I can't do multiple. I don't multitask very well. Well, I am not finding it. It has a name. I'm still looking. I thought I knew everything about bowling, but I guess I don't. Maybe Mr. Klepper might be able to help me out with this. When he comes up, I'll talk about it a little bit. That's Chloe Horn on lane 11. With a big strike. Logan Gonzalez. Logan Gonzalez has been with us he is a senior. He's been with us for 4 years. This is his first year on varsity. Actually, no, he was on varsity last year. His mother actually is one of the staff members here at Whitewood Lanes. With a little bit of work, I think he could go far. His biggest challenge was up until this year, he was a swimmer. Camden Coleman on lane 14 with a 4-9 split. That ought to be a challenge for him. But he's a good bowler. Let's see if he can get that thing. Oh, that was really close. Logan Gonzalez with a 5-7 did not convert. Rebecca Wilson up on lane 13. She is our highest returning average bowler and currently has the highest average for girls in West Texas high school bowling. It sent that thing to the gutter and it did not come back. That's a super washout or the pro washout. 124-610. Okay, I'm going to toot my own horn. I picked that up last Thursday night. I always have trouble with that split. Normally, I go for the 2-pin and let the 1 carry into the 6 and the 10. It's the normal way I shoot it, but I'm about 7 for 71. So I don't have a very good conversion rate on it. And so I let my teammates pick which direction I picked it up. And they wanted me to go between them, between the 1 and the 6. And I converted that sucker. So spare shooter talking at you right now. Can't say very much for the rest of my game. I shot 176, 246, 230. Not like I did. Barely, did not quite get my average. Yeah, teammates for the win. Yeah, thanks, Mr. Clipper. I think I'm gonna start doing that from now on. Just when I got spares like that where I'm can't figure out which way I want to go at it, I'll just let my teammates pick which way I go at it, and I seem to do better that way. Actually, to be honest, I think going at the 2-pin and having the 1 kick into the 6 and the 10, which is the way I normally shoot that 1, 2, 4, 6, 10, might not have the highest conversion rate. I think the highest conversion rate is to go on the right side of the head pin and let the ball bounce into the 6-pin. I think your conversion rate's a little higher that way. It's a tough spare anyway, no matter how you look at it. All right, Maddie Sinclair did not pick up her 6-pin. Drew Campos goes right through the middle, and you got Elizabeth McCluskey up on lane 14. KJ Brandon's going to be up on lane 12. Elizabeth, that's got a crossover. That's the way.
Lacey, number 51, your order's ready to go. Lacey, number 51.
All right. I said I was going to talk about him. Now we're going to talk about him coming up on lane 13. It's Brandon Salmonton. So he has a very unique bowling style. It actually has a name. So, Mr. Klepper, if you know the name of this bowling style, please let me know. The person that it's kind of modeled after is a pro bowler named Tim Cagle III, I believe. Tim Cagle III. He actually pushes the ball down the lane and then hooks it with his right hand, but slides on his right. He's averaging this year, not bad with it. Brandon is averaging 175 with that bowling style, but it does have a name. It's almost like a two-handed pass in basketball, except he hooks it with his right hand. Now, Tim Cagle actually backs it up and the ball goes the other direction. Brandon actually hooks right to left. Tim Cagle hooks left to right. But it is fairly unique. We have a boot camp before the season ever starts, and where we kind of just break everything down and go back to the basics and start from the foul line and work our way back. And there's not much I can do with Brandon's style. No-step drills don't really work. One-step drills don't really work. He does come to them, and I get him to try some different things, a little bit more conventional, just so he has a full range of what he can do on the lane, which he does not enjoy. Yeah, it is fairly unique. There's no drill I can do with that boy. It's just nothing I can do. But it does have a name. I'm going to keep on looking. All right, we've got another one chiming in on the chat. Hello, Mr. Hard Heat. Welcome to the chat. Luann Williams, welcome to the chat. Ask me any questions you want to ask me. I will try to get to them and answer them online on the air if I possibly can. Jackson Witt on lane 13. That looks pretty good, and it is good. Boy, that's a powerful ball he throws. Laura Oglesby with her 1-2 spare. I'm going to go back and see if I can still find that. It is on. If anybody can go and help me Google, it's hard for me to talk and Google at the same time. Tim Cagle, I believe the third. Maybe it's the second. Tim Cagle the second. It is Tim Cagle the second. It is on. You can find it on YouTube, and I just can't remember the name of it. It's almost like it's a Japanese word. I'm looking again. I'm a dude. I can't read and talk at the same time. Excuse me. I do have a cough button. I guess I could use that. Well, I can't find it. But if you want to see the Pro Bowler, you can find many videos on Tim Cagle on YouTube on how he throws the ball. Again, it's similar. It's not identical. Caitlin Withrow with a 1-2-4-10. Too bad that doesn't count for 3 points. Well, I have a question from Hard Heat. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if, well, a woodchuck could chuck as much wood as a woodchuck could chuck wood? There's your answer. Kind of the same thing with Peter Piper. He picked a peck of pickled peppers, a peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, where's the peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked? No, you can't stump me. I will tell you this, which is interesting. Well, it was for me anyway. So me and my family took a trip to Yellowstone this last year. And I did see a woodchuck in Yellowstone. So woodchucks are a thing, but here's the most interesting thing. Is there is a thing called a rock chuck, which I did not know. They look very similar to a woodchuck, but they are fluffier. So there you go. There's a thing called a rock chuck. And don't that not get confused with the Kansas cry of rock chalk jayhawk. So there's Brandon Simonton not picking up his spare. All right, now back to bowling. We got Abraham Lilly on lane 12 with not the bucket. Something in the middle there. 1, 2, 3, 5. Brendan Brown on lane 14. Not the bucket either. 2, 4, 5. Rebecca Wilson stepping up on lane 13. She is already very left. But it works. That is much further left than she was last week, which is what I wanted her to do, but I can't do it from here. So there's one for you to look at. All you college coaches that are out there watching on lane 12 there, Melanie Boynton. Now, her average is not great, but she has all the mechanics to be a good bowler. I'd like to find a way to motivate her a little bit more. This will be her 4th year with West Texas High School Bowling. I think her bowling mechanics are really, really good. And would love to see somebody contacting her, getting her a little bit more motivated, getting her to go to college. And because she's not far away from being really, really good. Camden Coleman takes 5 out of the middle. I think that's Wyatt Bartles over there on lane 11 with a big 4. And Logan Gonzalez up on lane 12 with just a little spare conversion there. He gets it to hook and it stays on the lane. Let's see what Camden can do on this. Trick is to get the ball to the right and keep it to the right, and then knocks a 3-pin into the 4-7, but he did not do that. Jackson Witt up on lane 14. Well, Jackson, if you don't strike, my friend, you're not marking. So he starts off with a 3-bagger. And then 9 miss, and now 2 in a row. So he's in the 6th frame with 5 strikes, 1 open. Drew Campos on lane 13 with just a 6-pin. Maddie Sinclair. Love Maddie. I don't know if you can see it today, but on her 2nd step, she's going to have a little bit of a kick. I love it. Yeah, you can't see it there. Elizabeth McCluskey with a 1-2 left. Kayla Gonzalez is up on the lane 11, leaving just 1, 3, and 5. She's got a 5-pin back there, and it's got a brother-in-law. So does Maddie. And Elizabeth McCluskey's also got a double wood. She picks up her spare. Maddie does not. Brandon Simonton. Right down the gut. And oh my goodness. That would have been just ugly. A lot of late break on that ball. Haley Gonzalez picks up her spare. KJ Brandon on lane 12. I believe this is KJ's 3rd year with us. He may have 1 more year. Caitlin Withrow. No. That's Brendan Brown on lane 13. Caitlin Withrow on lane 14. Does not get it. Comes up light in the pocket, leaving just a 2-pin. Come on, Caitlin, get that ball back into the pocket. And she's going to leave a 1-2-9. Not a tough spare. Just keep it right at the head pin. KJ gets them all to go. You'll see a little bit of lanes 15 and 16 over there. That's Shallow Water in Monterey. You're going to see lane 15. Right now, Shallow Water is on lane 15. You get a little bit of a look on them. You can't quite see lane 10. I backed off the live feed just a little bit, so if you had a magnifying glass, you might be able to read the scores up there. Camden Coleman with a big strike on 13. All right, Chloe Horn. Chloe is a senior. I had it wrong. I thought she was a junior. She is a senior. A little high in the pocket. Leaving the 4-7. Jenna Loya on 14, leaving just a 10-pin. Abraham Lilly, this is his 1st year of bowling on bowling at all. Doing his best out there. Love to see those kind of kids out here giving it their all for their high school. All right, Chloe and Jenna at the same time. Chloe gets hers. Jenna does not. So kind of what's coming up in high school bowling. We are in week 6 of 12 matches. We'll have a couple more matches here in Lubbock. On February 1st, we will be going down to Plainview. Well, up to Plainview, and we're bowling in Plainview the one time we bowl there. We'll finish high school bowling February 22nd, I believe. You know, I have the ability to go to a schedule and look at the schedule instead of just... Yeah, all right. So February 1st, we're in Plainview. We're going to try to live stream from Plainview as well. I hope that works out. We've never done that before. This is our 1st year for the live stream. Our last set of matches is February 12th. And then we'll have some awards. And regionals will be held right here at Whitewood Lanes on Sunday, March 2nd. We will try to live stream some of that, maybe pick up a few lanes, kind of like we're doing here, maybe even back it off a little bit so more people are on the live stream. Won't be able to, the team aspect of it, we will not be able to pick up all the teams, so we'll find out where most of our teams are bowling and kind of set up there so you can kind of watch our teams. But you will pick up some other teams from some of the other cities around the state. And then after regionals, we will have on the 8th and 9th of March, we've got a JBT here in Lubbock. And then on Saturday, March 29th is when our team, hopefully we'll have some teams going down to the state competition in San Antonio at Bandera Bowl on Saturday the 29th, which is boys and girls team. And then on Sunday, March 30th, boys and girls singles. And I talked about this last week, but I'll talk about it again.
Attention, Whitewood customers, there is a white Ford Escape in the parking lot with a hatch open.
There's a white Ford Escape that's got some challenges. We have somebody from Sweden watching. How in the world did you find West Texas High School bowling from Sweden? I am interested. Please answer that in the chat. That's interesting. Abraham Lilly on lane 12. Oh, I thought he was going to clean that 10 out, but did not. So one of the things that we do in Texas is, and I don't think this is done in any other state other than Texas, which I just think is fun. Something like basketball and football, you can have an all-district team, or volleyball or whatever, you have an all-district team. Well, in bowling, we have an all-district team as well. And I kind of read those names off to you at the beginning of this broadcast of who is in the running for the all-district and honorable mention. But then we take those all-district bowlers, and they make a team, and we practice for a couple of weeks. And we go down to College Station on April 5th and 6th, and those all-district teams bowl as a team against the other districts in the state of Texas. And for us here at West Texas, we make a really big deal out of that. We've never won that thing. Our girls have come close a couple of times. My daughter, 2 years ago, shot 298 in the first game of the all-district tournament. Thought she was going to have a 300. Shut down the whole bowling center. About 400 people in the bowling center. Not a peep could be heard. And she hadn't moved. She had thrown 11 in a row, never moving. And then just stayed right there and went right through the nose. So, well, okay. Our visitor from Sweden watching high school bowling just was searching around for live bowling and found us. So I don't know how long you've been watching, but this is high school bowling in the state of Texas. We're from Lubbock, Texas. You're watching on 11 and 12, a little town about 15 minutes outside of Lubbock from Smyre, Texas, bowling against Lubbock High, which is right here in Lubbock. Lubbock is about 300,000 people. There are 4 high schools in the area, maybe more. Hold on. 5 high schools in the area. And there, Lubbock High is one of those. I'm assuming was the first high school in Lubbock, Texas. It's the oldest. And then on 13 and 14, you're watching Lubbock Cooper, both boys and girls. So we have a boys team going up a girls team. This is an exhibition match. We didn't have this match last year. The kids wanted it, but it just didn't work out. And they wanted this match last year, and so they're getting it this year. I haven't heard any trash talking coming out of them, but I think if the girls can pull off a couple of points into this first part, that they may get a little chirpy. No, Luann Williams from Tucson, Arizona. Cheering on Laura Oglesby. That's exciting. Good to have you on the live stream. If y'all have any questions whatsoever, please feel free to ask, and I will give you the poorest answer I possibly can. That's a lie. All right. Maddie Sinclair thought she was going to take 3 off the right, but ends up getting 5 out of that on lane 12. Logan Gonzalez is going to be up on 12. Elizabeth McCluskey on 14. Drew Campos, their leadoff bowler, on lane 13. Sends it to the gutter and almost gets it back, leaving just a 7-pin. Oh, sorry about that. That was not Logan Gonzalez. That was Noah Salas on lane 11. Come on, Maddie. Come on. Oh, my goodness. We work on spares a lot around here. Want them to be better. Drew Campos picks up his 7-pin. KJ Brandon on lane 12. Ooh, gross. Oh, it fell. That's all right. That works out good. Noah Salas. Second ball first, Noah. Caitlin Withrow. Boy, she has done that a couple of times. She did that last week, too. That's very unlike her. Maybe the TV makes them nervous. Yeah, we do rank the teams. Well, not rank. They certainly have certain positions that they're in based on match scores. Again, you can find all those matches on all the recaps and everything up on WTHSBC. But just to kind of give you an information on 13 and 14 is Cooper girls and Cooper boys. They are ranked 3 and 4. Cooper boys are 3rd in the district unofficially, and the girls are ranked 4th in the district unofficially. Again, this is an exhibition match because boys teams and girls teams do not compete against each other. This is just for fun. On 11 and 12, let me see here so I don't miscommunicate here. District standings. Smyer is 9th in the district, and Lubbock High is 10th in the district. They are only separated by 2 points. So that gives you an idea. That's kind of the reason why they're on the live stream today. Some of the other matches that we have going on up and down the center, you might not want to watch. Oh, come on, Melanie. Brendan Brown on lane 13 with just a 2-pin. Laura Oglesby on lane 14. This one's for you, Luann. Little high, tripped that 4-pin. Nope, she didn't do it. But maybe she'll spare it up for you. Logan Gonzalez stepping up on lane 11. The teams are in the 9th frame on 11 and 12, and they're in the 9th frame on 13 and 14. At the end of this game, I will take a little bit of a break and so y'all don't have to listen to me talk anymore, and I will get the scores and get you updated on how the matches are setting so far. All right, Laura. That's the way to do it. Camden Coleman. He's leading the district right now in individuals. 217 is his average with a rep 10. It happens. Rebecca Wilson on lane 14. That one was a little slow, it looked like to me. Went right through the nose. So the way you pick this thing up, the way I pick it up is I stand left, throw the ball to the gutter, get it to hook a little bit, and hopefully come into the right side of the 3-pin, having the 3-pin knock into the 4 and the 7. She went with a spare ball. I do that so I can send it to the gutter and get it to hook just a little bit, maybe make sure I stay on the right side of that 3-pin. If I was going to throw a spare ball at it, which is basically a plastic ball, it's hard. It doesn't hook as much. I would throw it more on the gutter and try to hook it a little bit so I'll get, oh, there you go, Jackson Witt with the strike. Throw a spare ball at it, throw it up the gutter, and try to just catch a piece of the 3-pin and send it over there and try to pick up the 4 and the 7. That's the way to pick up that spare. A couple of different routes at it. It's a little harder to take that spare ball and go left or right with it. It's hard to get too far on that right side of that 3-pin for it to kick over enough to catch the 4 and the 7. But again, I'm down here, they're down there. They know their game a little bit better than I know their game. So just a little information on how I would get it done. I am not a bad bowler.
Carmen, number 51, and Amber, number 43. Orders are ready at the grill. Carmen, number 51, Amber, number 43.
Oh, well, Samuel, I understand. I am a bronze level coach. I could probably help you out with that. Getting your ball to hook a little bit. But I'm glad you think bowling is fun. It is fun. I started bowling when I was 5 years old. My parents were very, very good bowlers. So I started very, very young. Got taught. My father ran the high school bowling program in my area. So got good coaching from him. Was a very good junior bowler. And then I stopped bowling for about 30 years. And then came back to it a few years ago, and golf was kind of my favorite sport at the time for about 30 years, and then I got injured and couldn't play golf anymore, so I picked bowling back up, and within a couple of years I qualified to make a run at the tour, which I did do for a few years, bowled some regional events, some national events. And now I bowl occasionally on the PBA 50 tour. Not very good, never won anything. My goal in those is just not to get last. In the last 8 years, I have not been last. I have seen last from where I was, but I haven't been last. Luckily, when you bowl in the senior tour, you're always going to get one or two that do not finish. So I don't get last. That's a joke. Yeah, Brandon Simonton. Still nobody has been able to find out what the name of his bowling style is, but it is unique. Maybe we should name it. It does have a name, though. And I believe it's it's an Oriental name. But I just haven't been able to find it. All right, they're finishing up the 10th frame on 11 and 12. They are 2 into the 10th frame on 13 and 14. As soon as they're both done, I will step over and get some scores and kind of update you on the matches so you can kind of get a feel for where everybody is. I don't know if you can put a magnifying glass on your screen to be able to see scores or not. My camera's pretty good, but it may not be that good being watched through YouTube. Okay. I don't know. On lane 12, I don't know what everybody calls that, but I call that the can opener. That can opens from the inside. It's kind of, or some people call it the Red Sea. That ball went right through the nose, and all the pins just kind of fell left or right. Jenna Loya with a big strike on 13. Brendan Brown stepping up on lane 14. Two-handed style. He got around that one. He did get around that one. Leaving the 3, 4, 6, 7. That was his last ball in the 10th, so he doesn't have to pick that up. Okay. So the guy down there in the black, that is Bill Wood. He is the owner proprietor of Whitewood Lanes. He's also the head coach of West Texas High School Bowling. He's over there assisting Lubbock Cooper girls to make sure that they have some kind of chance against the boys team. I'd love to see them get a couple points off of them. That would be really cool. Oh, no. It was a good look, though. Gave it a good shot. Camden Coleman on 14, leaving just a 9-pin. Going to have to make a move off of that shot. Chloe Horn. That's left of left, sweetheart. She's over there on 11. Laura Oglesby back up on lane 13 in the 10th frame. I think she's 126 in the 9th. No. Wrong. She was 196 in the 9th. And she's got just a 3-pin. Picks this thing up, she's going to shoot 200. Camden Coleman makes his move left to get rid of that 9-pin and knocks them all down on lane 14.
Number 92.
Wyatt Bartles stepping up on 11 with a 2-8. All right, she picked it up. She's at 185 in the 9th. With a strike here, she's going to shoot 205. Jackson Witt. He is on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-bagger right now. Can close out, I think, with a 267 if he goes sheet. 2 more to go. There you go, Laura. I believe that is 205 for her. It is. I can do math. And that's really not the issue. I'm so far away from the lanes I can't see the screen. I wish the screens were a little bit bigger. There you go. There's one more for let's see, 30, 60, 90, 120, 150, 180. Yeah, 267. 267 if he can get this one. Big game. The rest of his team is going to need to step up and help. All right, for 267. No, 260 on the nose, I think. Nope, 264. Sorry. Math eludes me. 264 for Jackson Witt. Rebecca stepping up on the left lane. We don't really want to talk about her score right now. Oh, there she goes. She can strike out for 142. She's kind of been up and down this year. Ms. Klepper, have no fear. She's a good bowler. She's just been having a few challenges in and out. Bill will get her straightened out. We're getting ready to start the second game on 11 and 12. Bam. Oh, my goodness. A little flat 10. That's okay. 141, I believe. Yeah, that's right. All right, I'm going to step away, go get scores. I will leave the mic on so you can hear the sounds of the bowling center, and we will update you in about 5 minutes.
Whatever our final score is, I'll write that down. Yeah, but it's also tied into the same guy, Travis, down.
Yes.
We'll play the 2 games.
You'll see her every now and then. Because she goes on the eliminating road. I don't think on the screen he has 11, does he? Yeah, he does. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, because they're doing different.
Lisa, number 51, and Chris, number 45. The orders are ready at the grill. Lisa, number 51, and Chris, number 45.
All right, I'm back. We will start over here on 11 and 12 and talk about that match. Lubbock High versus Smyer. All right, for Lubbock High, Kaylee Gonzalez shot 117. She is leading Cole Cambanus from Smyer, 117 to 107. Maddie St. Clair from Smyer is leading Noah Salas from Lubbock High, 131 to 88. KJ Brandon from Smyer is leading Abraham Lilly, 145 to 81. Chloe Horn is leading Melanie Boynton. Chloe Horn from Smyer, Melody Boynton from Lubbock High. She's leading 188 to 104. And Logan Gonzalez from Lubbock High is leading Wyatt Bartles from Smyer, 204 to 150. Again, let me tell you how the matches work. How the matches work in high school bowling is this first section. Again, it's a little slow, but it's a 2-game match. Total pins. So the match isn't over yet. So it's individual bowlers bowling against individual bowler. Every match, single match that's won is worth 1 point. And then we add up all the scores for the teams, and then the team totals are worth 2 points. So there's a total of 7 points. There's 5 bowlers on a team. There's a total of 7 points available in this first section. And then we go into the Baker section, which is the second part of this. That lasts about 30 to 45 minutes if you're taking the time to watch this online. That at Baker's is a game where all 5 bowlers will bowl one game. They all bowl one frame. So the first bowler will bowl the first and the 6th. The second bowler will bowl the 2nd and the 7th. Third bowler will bowl the 3rd and the 8th. The fourth bowler will bowl the 4th and the 9th. And then the anchor bowler, the 5th bowler, will bowl the 5th and the 10th frames for one game. Each of those games will be worth 2 points. They're going to bowl 4 of them. They will add all 4 totals together for a team total for those 4 games, and that is worth 2 points. So there's a total of 10 points worth in the second section, 17 points in the total match. First 1 to 9 wins. So you can't win it in the individual, and you can't lose it. It all comes down to Baker's, as it always does. on 13 and 14. Drew Campos from the varsity team is leading Elizabeth McCluskey from the Cooper girls team 183 to 138. Brandon Simonton. Sorry about that. I've got a little bit of a sinus thing going on. Brandon Simonton from the varsity team is leading Caitlin Withrow 146 to 135. She's only 11 pins down.
Anthony, number 91, your word is ready to go. Anthony, number 91.
Brendan Brown is leading Jenna Loya 169 to 147. Camden Coleman is in a big hole right now, 59 pins to Laura Oglesby. Laura shot 205. Camden only shot 146. But he is leading the district, folks. He's averaging 217 right now. So he's got a chance to make a comeback, but Laura is going to have to hold him off. And then on the boys' side, Jackson Witt is leading Becca Wilson 264 to 142. Now, what would have been more interesting is if Camden was bowling Becca, because they are a couple. It didn't work out that way. Then it would be really a match, 146 to 142 right now, and a match between Jackson Witt and Laura Oglesby, 264 to 205. Anything can happen, though. I bowled a 32 gamer where, well, no, it wasn't a 32 gamer. That wasn't it. It was, I went into match play in a PBA event. It was a 2-game match, and I shot 213. My opponent shot 279. You would think I would be in and out of it, but he only ended up beating me by 3 pins. So anything can happen. Chloe Horn on lane 12, sending it to the gutter, and oh my goodness. And it doesn't come out of the gutter. Jenna Loya with a big strike. She's not far down. She's only down 22, folks. She can make that up. Brendan Brown with a 6-pin. The girls are confident. They think they have a chance. And they do have a chance. I'd love to see it. I don't think the Cooper varsity team would love to see it, but Logan Gonzalez on lanes in 11. Logan shot 204 the first game. Crosses over and gets them all to go down. All right, Chloe, show what you can do. She's got good form. She does. Just got to work on a few things. She wants it, though. She wants to bowl in college, and she is a senior. Camden Coleman. Boom goes the dynamite. They all go down. And that was 10 in the pit, folks. No wishy-washy strike there. Cole Camdenus on lane 11. Oh, come on, 7-pin. I think there was about 13 pins around that 7-pin, but they didn't go down. That was Wyatt Bartles on lane 12. Let's see what Cole can do with this 7-pin. Too much lefty. Jackson Witt through the nose, gets bailed out with just a 6-10 there. Laura Oglesby with the rail. 3-6-10. There you go, Wyatt. Good spare there. Good spare. Now, I just noticed something really interesting. Bill Wood is coaching the girls right now. Good spare by Laura. Bill Wood is coaching the girls. And Stefan Wood, the son, is coaching the boys. Not only do we have Cooper on Cooper battle here, but we have a father and son battle as well. I may have to talk to Stefan about his hat, though. We're not supposed to be wearing headwear here. There you go, Becca. Good strike. She needs to put on a big comeback. She's only down 122 pins. Only 122. Jackson had a good game. 264 the first game. Elizabeth McCluskey starting on lane 12. Come on. Maddie Sinclair for 10 pin. She got it. Noah Salas on lane 12. 128. Drew Campos on lane 14. 4-5. Nope, 2-5. 2-5. You're catching a little bit of glimpse of Monterey over there on 15. There you go, Liz. That's the way you do it, girl. KJ Brandon with his 1-2-4 spare on lane 11. Drew cleans up his plate on 14. The reason why I say their names every time is we got college coaches out there watching, so you know who they are. You can go to WTHSBC and find out what their average is, get some information about them. If you're wanting to contact one of these students, you can certainly do that through me. I am the president and CEO of West Texas High School Bowling Club. I'm also the district coordinator for Texas High School Bowling's West Texas District. You can message me either through Facebook or through our website. You can send me a message and I will get you whatever kind of information you would like to have. I will need to check with the students to make sure that they are accept how they want to be communicated with. But once I've done that, I will give you that information and you can communicate with them directly. I do understand that there's some rules about when you can talk to students. So the one thing I can do for you if you're interested in one of these students is tell you their grade level. And I know some of them. I thought I had that printed out, but actually I do have that. Some of the students I do have printed out. At least the ones you're watching right now. I don't have everybody's grade level, but I have some of them. Jenna Loya is a senior over here on West Texas, on the Cooper girls side. Jenna is a senior. Laura is a junior. Rebecca is a senior. Let's see who else we got over here. Camden Coleman, don't know his grade, but I believe he is a senior. Jackson Witt, I know, is a senior. This is his fourth year. Brandon Simonton is just a sophomore. Jackson Witt is a senior. Caitlin Withrow, I do not have her grade level. Let's see, Brendan Brown. Where is Brendan Brown? He is not on my list. Oh, yeah, he is. He is just a junior. So there's kind of, and then over here on the Smyer side, we don't have anybody's grade on them. Except where I know that the Chloe is a senior. For Lubbock High, I don't have anybody's grade for Lubbock High either. That's kind of worthless. Logan Gonzalez did not convert his spare on lane 12. Dion Maestas over there on lane 15 with a big strike. I saw that one out of the corner of my eye. That's Kaylee Gonzalez on lane 11. Haven't talked much about her. Cole Camden is on lane 12. Jenna Loya with her spare on lane 13. Let's see what she can do with this. Don't hook, ball. It's going to hook. And it did hook. Camden Coleman up on lane 14. That was a little high, leaving just a 9-pin. He's okay with that. Let's see what Cole does. Oh, that one hooked right at the end. Noah Salas up on lane 11. Oh, my goodness. What the heck is that? Is that a 5.6? Don't see that very often. Laura Oglesby on lane 13. Where'd the ball go? Oh, no. That one didn't hook as much as she thought it was going to hook. Jackson Witt on lane 14. Laura's got a 4.710. Gets them all to go down. All right, they talked it over. They've got a plan. The goal is to get the ball. If you're trying to pick this up, I always go for 2, but if you're trying to pick this up, you want to slide that 4-pin into the 7-pin. It's not unmakeable. It's just really difficult, and at least you got one. Everybody that's watching out there right now, if you have any questions, you can certainly send me a chat, and I will try to answer them on the air. Glad you guys are here and watching this. It's going to get a little bit more exciting here in the next hour once we get to Bakers. Elizabeth McCluskey on lane 14 with just a 4-pin. Rebecca Wilson. Chopping wood. Get that 10-pin out of here. All right, here's one to watch. Pay attention on lane 11. Melanie Boynton. She's got all the skills. We just need a little bit more work with her. She's been here for 4 years. She is a senior. KJ Brandon was talking to it, trying to get it to hook. All right, Melanie. Prove me right here, girl. And she's a lefty. That was Melanie Boynton. Melody. Yeah, right now Melody is not in the running for all district, but I just think she throws the ball very, very well. Just a little bit of work right now. Let's see if I can find an average for Melody. Lubbock Cooper, Lubbock High. Melody right now is averaging 124. I just think she has the potential of being a 180, mid to high 180 average girl. Just needs to work on a few things, and sometimes she doesn't spend as much time with it as I would want her to. Logan Gonzalez with a 9-pin is what it looks like. And it hooked too much. Chloe Horn on lane 12. And I know for a fact Chloe that was on lane 12 just now. She does want to bowl in college. That was one of her goals when she came into West Texas High School bowling. She wants to work. Her family is bowlers. They bowl league with me on Thursday night. She's always there. She works here in the center. I think with a little bit more work and a good college coach, that get her right where she needs to be. Jenna Loya on 14, leaving a 9-pin. Not your traditional way. I think you're right. Yes, you are right about that average. I will confirm that here. Yep, 124.5. That is correct. She can be better than that. She really can. I just love the way she throws the ball. Jenna, by the skin of her teeth, gets that 9-pin to go down. Brendan Brown with a 1-2-4. He hit up on that one. He wanted to make sure that one hooked, and it did. Okay, let me. Well, no, right now Becca does not have 4 in a row. She 9 spare, double. Laura just struck, and so Rebecca will be coming up for frame 4. She's got a 2-bagger right now. Camden Coleman on 13. That's 10 in the pit, folks. You can't draw it up any better than that. Maddie Sinclair on lane 11. Kaylee Gonzalez. I haven't talked much about her. She's been bowling really well. She didn't prove me right on that one, but she's been doing really well. Becca crosses over and leaves the 6-10. They are getting dry out there, folks. If you send it to the right, it will come back. That is for sure. Best line, really, for everybody, especially our 2-handers, the one you just saw Jackson Witt on. He didn't get the ball much past 8 down lane. He's throwing it pretty straight. He's got good ball speed, so he's throwing it pretty straight. It looks like he's throwing it about 19 to 9. That's kind of what the line that he's looking at right now. Noah Salas with a big strike on lane 12. Crosses over. All right, Elizabeth McCluskey stepping up on 13. Becca did pick up her spare, so she's clean through 4. Come on, Liz. You can send it to the right, sweetheart. It will hook. Drew Campos leading off for Cooper Boys on lane 14. Gave it the business, and it didn't turn the corner fast enough, leaving just a 2-pin. Ooh, no, it's a 2-8. He's got a brother-in-law back there. Elizabeth with the bucket. 2-4-5-8. And they all go down. That's the way you draw it up. And that is the challenge of having so much hook there on 14. It is easy to chop that 2-pin off the 8-pin. I haven't decided which spare I like the least of the makeables. The 2-8 or the 3-6-10. I don't like either one of them. I'm thinking the 2-8 is the one I like the least. There's Melody again. That's closer. Now, this is kind of her downfall right here, this 7-pin. Chloe Horn rips through the middle, leaving a pretty tough spare, and she goes for 2. Good decision. Caitlin Withrow. There we go. They all went down. Come on, Melody. Oh, my goodness. Been wanting to get her a spare ball. I want her to spend money on a spare ball. She just, if that was a plastic ball, I think she picks it up. Wyatt Bartles with a 6-10. Jenna Loya missed just a little left. Bill down there talking to Melody. Encouraging. You can do it. Yeah, I know I can. I'll do better next time. You got this, girl? All right, I hear you. All right, I'll get loose. All right. Okay, there we go. Jenna Loya. Leaving just a 5-pin. Logan Gonzalez stepping up on lane 12. Let's see what he can do with this. Logan right now has got a good lead, 54 pins on Wyatt Bartles. Crosses over, leaving the 3-9. Brendan Brown with a good spare over there on 14. Laura Oglesby stepping up on lane 13. Boy, she is, after her 205, having some challenges now. Logan chops the 3 off the 9. Camden Coleman up on lane 14. He's bowling in the 4 spot today. Big strike there. Kayla Gonzalez. Ooh, that ball came out of the gutter, folks. I hope people saw that. All right, Laura, hook a little bit. Oh, nice spare. That is exactly how you draw that one up. Good spare by Laura Oglesby on 13. Cole Cambinis on taking 1 off the left. He got the 7-pin out. Jackson Witt on 14. Okay, that messenger never even hit the deck. That was nasty. Why can't I throw a messenger like that one? Well, 1, I'm not a 2-hander. 2, he throws it harder than I do. 3, he's got more rev rate than I do. Good explanation of why I can't throw the ball like that. Elizabeth McCluskey, Rebecca Wilson on 13. Boy, Liz, you need to move right, sweetheart. That should be better. Oh, no. 10-pin. All right, Maddie Sinclair up on lane 12. Maybe you can see her little kick from here. It's going to be, I love it. There it is. Come on, Maddie. That's got a chance. Oh, just a 4-pin. Abraham Lilly over there on lane 11. Haven't talked about him much today. Kind of been focused my attention over here on Cooper versus Cooper. But Abraham, this is his first year. He's having a ball here at West Texas High School bowling. Don't think he's ever really bowled before. Liz, nice spare conversion over there on 14. Let's go, Maddie. That's got a chance. And she's got it. And Abraham got his, too. Way to go. Good spares. We preach spares around here. The kids don't like to listen, but we preach it. Strikes for show, spares for dough. Caitlin Withrow with a nice strike on lane 14. Melody. Oh, that 10-pin again. No, coach her up, Bill. Coach her up. Oh no, that's her coach, Noah Narvaez. Noah is a former state champion here in the state of Texas in 2022, 2023. Yes, 2 years ago. 2022-2023 season, Noah Narvaez was a state champion in the state of Texas. That was a lot of fun to watch. He is not currently going to college. He is in a technical school. Very good bowler. Had 2 300s at regionals in, let's see, had a 300 in 2020, and then, that would have been 2021. He had his first 300 at regionals, and then shot 300 in the 2023-2024 season. No, 2022-2023 season. He had another 300 at regions. Laura. Oh, my goodness. Chloe Horn on lane 12 with her 6'10" conversion attempt. That's got a hook, and it didn't hook. Yeah, she's throwing a spare ball, so it's not going to hook. Brendan Brown on lane 13. He hit up on that one. Got a 6-pin. Logan Gonzalez with his 3-pin conversion. Wyatt Bartles about to step up on lane 12. Put a little bit more speed on it. No Messenger. It tried to get there. Laura Oglesby picks up her spare. Camden Colvin is going against Laura right now, and she's got a little bit of a lead on him. McCannon's he's clean right now through 5, double working. Rebecca Wilson on lane 14. Well, she gets a messenger to get rid of one of them. That wouldn't have been unfair. It was too good a shot to leave the 7-9, but Messenger took it out. Again, I wish I could throw messengers like that, but I can't, alas. Oh, baby split. That doesn't seem to bother him. Sometimes I think the baby split's easier to pick up than the 3-6-10. Becca picks up her spare. Kaylee Gonzalez. Bam, come on. 5-pin. Hands go up. There you go, Camden. Nice spare. Keep yourself in the game. Keeps him clean through 6. Rebecca is clean through 6 as well with a double in the second and third frame. Going up against Jackson Witt, who shot 264 his first game. She's kind of in a hole right now. I wanted to keep it close. Let's see what Jackson can do. He's got a double working. Make that a 3-bagger. Some people call that a turkey. Drew Campos is going to be stepping up on 14. Maddie Sinclair to pick up her, whatever you call that, 1, 2, 3, 5. Good spare, Maddie. Noah Salas on lane 12. Crosses over, leaves just a 10-pin. Elizabeth McCleskey up on lane 12. She needs to move right. Maybe not. Come on. Come on. Drew Campos does convert it. Looked like he had some footing issues. All right, Brandon Simonton stepping up on 14. We talked about him earlier. Still have not gotten the name of his bowling style. Hope you can kind of see it. It is unique. He basically pushes the ball down the lane and then hooks it with his right hand. He does put his 2 fingers in the ball. He's just going to kind of shove it down there with a little bit of spin. Or even just a 7-pin. It is unique. He usually likes to keep it pretty tight and doesn't like to hook it. Looks like we have a blackout and missing a head pin on lane 12. We'll call that in, get that fixed up. That'll give a little break in the action. Let's see what Brandon can do with his 7-pin. This will be a good look at it on how he throws it. That's pretty unique. And he picks it up. Again, if you want to see a similar style, you can go to YouTube and look up Tim Cagle II. He's a PBA professional. Except Tim, although has his right hand in the ball spins to the right. So it's more of a backup ball. I don't know how he does it. It's kind of just odd. Brendan Brown through the nose, leaving just the 6'10". Chloe Horn leaving the rail, 3-6-10 on lane 11. Melanie Boyden with another 7-pin. She's had a rash of those. And that's kind of the way it goes for her. If she keeps it on the lane, it usually goes right. If she doesn't keep it on the lane, it goes into the gutter. Brendan Brown with his spare conversion. Logan Gonzalez on lane 12. And leaving just a 4-pin. Chloe Horn for her rail conversion. And it hooked. Shaking her head. Sorry, we got a little bit of a delay here. We're having some technical issues on lane 13 right now. Probably just a pin on the deck. Have to clean that up. Should get a... Oh, Logan. That is not the way we taught you how to do that. Let's see if we get a full rack now. Laura passing the time by doing a little dance up there. Wyatt Bartles. And he hit that one hard and gets them all to go. That'll give him a little bit more confidence. Cole Camden on lane 12. Bam. That's how you draw it up. Caitlin Withrow finally getting to throw a shot. I hope that's going to cross over. We have another one person just joined the chat. BS Bowling. Got a thumbs up from him. That's good news. I don't know what you're thumbing up. It can't be my commentary. Maybe it's just the bowling in general. Fun to watch the kids out here competing against each other. It's a lot of fun. Team bowling is a lot of fun to watch when you can watch it. It is, if you ever go on to a college tournament, it's fun to watch the college bowlers, but sometimes hard to see. I tell the parents around here, bowling is not necessarily in high school or in college a spectator sport because the kids stand up most of the time, so it's hard to see. I got the camera up as high as I can possibly get it. It's up near the roof, and we're shooting down at them so you can kind of see a little bit about what they're doing and how they're throwing the ball. Camden Coleman stepping up on lane 14. Maddie Sinclair going for her spare on lane 12. 2457. I don't know if it's got him. Camden with just a 9-pin. Hate to see it. Let's see. Did she have a brother-in-law back there? She did, and she picks it up. Man, that's 2 spares in a row for her. Way to go. Laura Oglesby. Bam. That's got to go all down. That was a good strike by Laura. She's picked up the speed, moved left a little bit, got a little bit bigger ball. And that looks pretty good. Camden Coleman cleans up his 9-pin. Got a good match between Camden and Laura. Laura took a pretty big lead to start. $59 pins. So Camden's got some work to do. He's trying. Laura just needs to keep filling frames. Jackson Witt with a big strike on lane 14. Becca got her strike on lane 12. She's clean through 7. She's 128 in the 6th right now with a spare working. Problem is, the person she's bowling against right now shoots 264 the first game and is on a 5-bagger right now in Jackson Witt. Jackson's trying to get himself back into the lead for the all-district race and being the number 1 guy. He wasn't far off. I think only percentage points separate him and his teammate Camden Coleman. Oh. Camden had a good week last week. A real good week last week. I'm looking to see here. Well, you know, I could go to the website and certainly look at that. Chloe Horn for her 7-pin conversion. She should get that. Yeah, I did. Jackson was the highest average from last year. He was our highest returning average. Camden is ahead of him right now by 1.6 pins. But Jackson was our highest returning average bowler. And Camden was. But Camden's in the lead right now by 1.6 pins. All right, Caitlin Withrow through the nose. All right, here's a good look at Brandon Simonton's bowling style. That was a little far inside, crosses over, leaving just a 10-pin. So this will be even more interesting. I haven't really paid a whole lot of attention on how he goes about picking up his 10 pins. Let's kind of dissect this for a second. Caitlin going for her. Yeah, she just needs to get 2. This spare right here is pretty tough. And she's going to get her 2. All right, let's see what Brandon's got. He throws the plastic ball right at it, keeps it straight, and picks up his spare. Melanie Boynton with her spare over there on lane 11. Wyatt Bartles with a 2-8. Got to show this one some respect, and he pulled it to the left. Jenna Loya stepping up on lane 14. She's going to cross over, leaving the rail. 3-6-10. Brendan Brown on lane 13 with a 4-pin. Okay, you can have all the power in the world, but if you throw it high flush with all that power, that's what's going to happen to you. You're going to leave a lot of 4-pins. I don't have that power, so I leave a lot of 2-pins. But that's the way you pick it up. Caitlin Gonzalez on lane 12, getting the 7-pin off. Got one of the tough ones out of the rack. Jenna Loya chops the 6 and the 10 off the 3. Camden Coleman stepping up. Got a spare working. Now with a strike, and he's going up against Laura Oglesby, who will be up on lane 12. Camden is clean through 8. He's clean. Laura is not clean. She's 104 in the 6th right now with a strike working. But she does have a 59-pin lead. The 9-pin was not friendly to her. Jackson Witt going to throw it to the gutter, leaving a 4-pin. Got a 5-bagger going. 6-bagger. 5-bagger? 5-bagger. He's going to have another big game. I'm going to break out the binoculars because I cannot see from here. So, try to help you guys out just a little bit and talking about and now I'm dropping stuff everywhere. All right, I will be right back. All right, sorry about that. Well, the problem with zooming the camera, looks like I'm gonna have to make a change. We've got some technical difficulty with the camera. Give me 1 second and I'll get that resumed ASAP. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. Multiple technical issues. All right. Cole Camdenus is on lane 12. Goodness gracious. Everything's falling apart on me today. Well, it's good to know that if you're watching on the live stream, you might be able to zoom in on the scores. That will help me out a bunch if that's the case. If it's good enough to see on the live stream, I'm going to give that an attempt right now and see if that situation works out better for me. Well, that doesn't work really well either, so I'm going to have to either. Jackson Witt, after his spare in the 8th, strikes in the 10th. Rebecca Wilson with a spare attempt on her. Oh, my goodness. It just hooked just a little bit. If it didn't hook quite so much, it might have got it. Elizabeth McCleskey stepping up in the 10th. She's 121 in the 9th with an open. Crossing over, leaving the 5-9. Drew Campos stepping up on lane 13. He's 128 in the 9th with a spare working, gets 9. All right, I need to drop the camera down just a smidge. Well, it's workable. At the conclusion of this game, I will go down and get scores and update you on where the matches are sitting. I'll try to do them from here. Oh, he got it. Or did it come out of the gutter? All right, he's going to switch balls and try to get ready for this Baker match. They should stay on their ending pair and bowl the first 2 games on their ending pair and then switch. He's taking a look at something else to see what he needs to do for Baker games.
Carson, number 56, your order's ready to go. Carson, number 56.
Elizabeth McCleskey with just an 8-pin. Good count. That was Chloe Horn on lane 12, leaving just a 3-pin there. Brandon Simonton. He gets them all to go. A little light mixer there. That's always fun. In the chat, they were asking me to zoom in. I would do that, except the camera is basically at the roof, and I'm sitting in a table behind it. So to zoom in, I would have to get up on my chair and zoom the camera in by hand. I don't have a remote on that thing. We're not that high tech yet. So I wish I could do that, but that camera is way, way up there. Melanie Boynton on lane 11. Oh, my goodness. Caitlin Withrow. Hook a little bit or don't hook, one of the two. Brandon Simonton for his 2-4-8 and chops it off. I don't know how that's going to, let's see how that affects him.
Vicky, number 43, your order's ready to go. Vicky, number 43.
Brendan Brown with a 10-pin. Brendan Brown's got a 22-pin lead on Jenna. He is 128 in the 9th with no spare working in 8. So he can shoot. Right now he can shoot 149. Jenna is is 112 in the 8th with a double and 8. $138 for Brendan Brown. She can spare for a 160. So 159. That is not. Oh, that's going to be close. I think it's 1 pin. I think the Brendan Brown Jenna Loyal is going to come down to 1 pin. I will confirm that here in just a second. Laura Oglesby with a strike. Camden Coleman is he had a string of strikes, didn't he? Is he going to make a comeback on this thing? He needed 59. Laura's gotten a strike. She's going to try to fight him off. She can strike out for a 182. She hit that one pretty hard. Get in there, ball. No. So she can finish with a 172. Camden can spare for a 226, I believe. $226. Oh boy, this one's going to be. I hate to speak too quickly. That one may come down to just a couple of pins as well. Or you need your pins, baby. 171. Yep, 171. Jackson Witt with a strike. Jackson is 197 in the 8th, and he's got a double working. Rebecca Wilson through the nose. 3-6-10 with the 9-pin sleeper. I will go down and get the scores for you on Lubbock High and Smyer very, very shortly before they start Bakers. And then I will try to keep you informed on points. All right, that's 3 in a row for Jackson. He's going to have another good game. Rebecca, that's a nice spare conversion. Rebecca is 171 in the 9th with a spare working. She can shoot 191, which is a little bit better than the first game. But Jackson's just on fire right now. And he does strike out. Boy, he had 264 the first game and a 257 second game. That's going to help him go past his bowling partner and Camden Coleman and be in first place in the district after today. Rebecca Wilson gets 7. So she's going to shoot 188. I'm going to do some quick math on this and then go down there and start working on scores. So Elizabeth McCluskey, 138, 140, shooting 278. Drew Campos, 183, 146 for a 329. He takes the point. Caitlin Withrow goes 135 and 151, shooting 286. Brandon Simonton, 146, 186, 332. He takes the point. Jenna Loya, this is the one I was thinking was going to come down to 1 point. Shoots 147 plus 159. She shoots 306. Brendan Brown, 169 plus 138. 307. It is 1 point. Brendan Brown takes the point. I will confirm that momentarily just to make sure. Laura Oglesby, I thought this one was going to be close as well. 205 plus 171. She shoots 376. Camden Coleman, 146 to 226. 372. Laura Oglesby takes the point by 4. And Becca Wilson, 142 plus 188. She shoots 330. Jackson Went, 264 plus 257. Shoots a big 521 for 2 games. And he takes the point. So it looks to me like the boys and the girls, Cooper boys, Cooper girls, the point total is going to be 6-1. But I'm going to go confirm that. I'll be back momentarily, and we'll get started with the Baker games. All right, I'm back. Let's start on 11 and 12. Kayla Gonzalez for Lubbock High is defeated by Cole Cambidus from Smyre, 212 to 202. Noah Salas for Lubbock High was defeated by Maddie St. Clair from Smyre, 292 to 202. Abraham Lilly shoots 214. KJ Brandon from Smyre shoots 272. He takes the point. Melanie Boynton did not have it today. Shoots 224. Is defeated by Chloe Horn, 325 for Smyre's Chloe Horn to 224. She's better than that, but anyway, Chloe Horn gets the point for Smyre. And then, kind of in unbelievable fashion, Logan Gonzalez had a 54 pin lead on Wyatt Bartles. He shoots 137. Wyatt Bartles shoots 191.9. And so Wyatt Bartles from Smyre comes back and defeats Logan Gonzalez 349 to 341 and takes the point. Right now, Smyre is in the lead. They have 7 to Lubbock High's 0. They just need to win one Baker game to take the match. And right now they are in the 7th, so I will come back to that momentarily. Camden Colvin's, with his spare conversion, picks it up. They're in the 4th frame right now. I'm a little bit behind, but I was right on all my scores. Elizabeth McCluskey was defeated by Drew Campos, 329 to 278. Brandon Simonton defeats Caitlin Withrow, 332 to 286. Brendan Brown defeats Jenna Loya, 307 to 306. Was just talking to Jenna about every pin matters. It was a 1-pin match, and she missed a single pin in that match. Laura Oglesby defeats Camden Coleman. And this is interesting. Camden was leading the district, shoots 226 his second game, but was not enough. Laura Oglesby defeats Camden 376 to 372. She held him off. And then Rebecca Wilson ran into a buzzsaw. She said it was more than that. It was a buzzsaw meat grinder, and then she was dumped out over here on 50th Street and run over by all the cars. She was defeated by Jackson Witt, 521, folks, for 2 games. He shoots 264, 257, 521 to her 142, 188, 330. All right, they're in Baker's now. I will take a peek over here at 11 and 12 and see what the score is. Right now, Lubbock High is 71 in the 7th. And, of course, our scoring system doesn't let me find out where we at over here. And in the 8th frame, they're at 84. So it is a close match. They're in the 9th frame on lane 12. And Chloe does not convert her spare. All right, in the 9th, it's 80 to 92. Lubbock High is down just a little bit. And they're in the, well, let's see here. They're in the 9th frame. So hold on. I am wrong. So it's a little closer than that. This thing may be all tied up. If Melody could pick up this spare. Wyatt Bartles is going on lane 12 and the first one on the 10th. And he gets his strike. So Melody needs this spare, and she does not get it. So it's 89 in the 9th to 92. So it is a 3-pin match. Wyatt Bartles got the first strike. He's stepping up with his second one. Smyer just needs to win one game here in Bakers. So Logan knows what he has to do. He's got to get the first two. If he doesn't get this one, this match is over. And he does not convert. Does not get it. All will be up for now is points. Smyer is going to shoot 111. And we'll see what Logan can do here. And then I'm going to move over here because they are moving into the 9th frame over here on 13 and 14. Becca just strikes. I think she's bowling the 9th frame right now. And then Laura is going to finish it up. Boy, he's taking his time over here on 11. Camden Coleman in the 9th. So where are we here? Right now it is 119 to 103 in the 7th. Well, in the 9th frame, it's 149 to 133. The boys have a 2-bagger going, and the girls just have a strike, and Laura splits. Jackson Witt with just a 2-pin there. And I think the girls are going to lose this game. But that doesn't mean it's over, folks. It is not over. You got to get to 9 to win the match. Even with a win here, the boys are only going to be at 8. Laura does not convert. The boys are going to win this first game. The girls shoot 147. Logan finally is going to go over here and go for his spare attempt. Does convert. Jackson Witt with his fill ball with a strike. And they shoot 188. So right now the point total on the boys' side, it's 8-1 right now. They need to win one more game. The girls are going to have to win the next 3 plus totals. Logan Gonzalez for his fill ball gets 8. All right, right now that's kind of the match over there on 11 and 12. Smyer is going to take this one. Right now it's 9-0. They got the 9 first, so they're going to take the match. (13 and 14) still in doubt. but not by much. The boys have a commanding lead here. The girls are going to have to win every game from here on out. It's been interesting. It was individual matches were closer than you thought. They could have had 2 points out of that. They lost one match 307 to 306 for the girls. Brandon Simonton up on lane 13. We're going to kind of focus in on this just because it's still in doubt. He's swinging it out a little bit more. And I think he's got a 2-8 there. I can't see behind it. Yes, it is a 2-8. I don't have to look up there. I can just look at my screen. Caitlin Withrow with an open in the first frame. Cole Camdenus on lane 12. Brandon Simonton for his 2-8 conversion, and he gets them both. So an open on the first frame for the girls and a spare for the boys. Elizabeth McCluskey on 14. Maddie Sinclair on lane 12. Bowling in the second spot for Cooper Varsity is going to be Brendan Brown on lane 12. And here goes Maddie Sinclair. Gets 9. Kayla Gonzalez on lane 11. Leaving just a 5-pin. Brendan Brown now with that may be a 2-8-10. Nope, just a 2-10. It's makeable. Difficult, but makeable. Jenna Loyal getting ready to step up on lane 14. Maddie Sinclair for her, looks like a 9-pin. That may be a 6-pin. That's a 6-pin. Oh, Maddie. Kayla Gonzalez for her 5-pin. No such luck. Brendan Brown gets one. They've got an open. Jenna Loya with bedposts. That's not how you want to end this thing. Well, Drew Campos with a big strike there for the Cooper boys. KJ Brandon with a big strike on lane 12. Way to go, Jenna. Get one. That's all you can do with that. You can chunk the heck out of it, but it's really tough. Camden Coleman in the fourth frame. Through the nose, leaving the rail. Wyatt Bartles on lane 12. Right down the middle. That's going to have to cross over, and it does for a big strike. Laura Oglesby back in the fourth position. I don't think she, oh my goodness, 9-pin. Seriously? Oh, good spare by Camden. Again, I don't know which one I like the least, the 2-8 or the rail 3-6-10. I dislike both of them. Chloe Horn on lane 12. That ball rolled out on her. Got lucky and just left the 4-7. Laura Oglesby takes a more direct approach and does not convert. They're falling apart over here. Melanie Boynton. Come on, wiggle, and it goes down. Oh, Becca, you need to right the ship. They need to win a Baker game. Let's see what Chloe Horn can do. That's got a hook, and I think it's going to, no problem. Nice spare. Logan Gonzalez going to step up on 11. Jackson Witt on 13. That's what two-handed bowling gives you, folks, right there. Becca Wilson, high on the nose. Cole Camdenus on lane 12, and they all fall. Not necessarily how you draw it up, but they all went down. Brandon Simonton on lane 13. Light 7. Swisher 7. All right. Logan Gonzalez taking his time. Wants to make sure he gets at least 2 here. And he does. I'm interested. What's Baker going to do with this? How much is she going to hook it? Well, she's using the strike ball, and she's going to hook it a lot. And 7 off the 4. Maddie St. Clair with a big strike. And she is happy about it. Brandon Simonton did not convert his 7-pin. Not really opening the door quite yet. They're going to have to throw some strikes together to come up with this game. They're back. They're going into the 6th frame over here on 13 and 14. Yeah. With a little help, maybe. Brendan Brown right down the middle, and no, that's a backbreaker right there. KJ Brandon, 245. We've had a good group on the live stream today. I hope you've enjoyed yourself. Hope you got to see what you wanted to see. I think we've had a couple of coaches trying to get some more coaches to come and watch the live stream. I think the live stream will have some different teams on it next week. Just kind of so worked out where the live stream today was 2 teams that were on it last week. Maybe we'll get lucky. And I mean, I certainly want to show the matches that the bigger matches, the ones with a little bit of more juice, and try to keep matches off that are going to not be as pleasant to watch. I mean, those happen. Today, not so much on both sides. It's been kind of one-sided. Drew Campos with a split. That makes that Brendan Brown. Oh, and he missed the split. That made that Brendan Brown strike even more important. Hey, I see Zoe Hardage over there on lane 10 getting a big strike. Maybe we'll get her on the live stream at some point in time. She is a senior as well. Oh, good spare, Liz. Melanie Boynton. Bam. Now that's what she should be looking like. That's what I expect out of her. She did not have it today. Camden Coleman. That one hooked really early. Going to have to move left, Camden. Chloe Horn on lane 12. She's moved in just a little bit and not enough ball speed and split again. Logan Gonzalez on lane 11. And he's went through the nose. Camden Coleman. That's a 6-pin, my friend. It happens to the best of us. And Chloe gets 2 like she should. Jenna Loya going to cross over and going to leave the same 6-pin. Let's see if she has a little bit more success. I'm not updating the scores right now because I do believe it is not close. Jackson Witt in the 10th. Well, this could get interesting, folks. The boys are 128 in the 9th with an open. Jackson really does need to convert this. Jenna Loya converts hers. All right, well, let's see if they have a chance here. Right now, they're 128 in the ninth with a spare working. They can shoot 148. The girls could shoot 161. They needed that one. They can win this. Yep, they can shoot 161. They shoot 147, the boys do. Becca needs first two. And she sent it to the gutter. She gets the first one. All right, she needs this one. That'll give them 141 in the 11th if she strikes here. And she got it. All right, she's going to need 8 pins on this ball for them to take this game. No, that's not. No. They've already won the game. What am I talking about? They're 151 in the 11th right now. They have won this game. They are still in it. And she gets 9. So that's going to be a 160 game, I believe. It is. It's a 160 game. So right now the point total is 8 for the boys, 3 for the girls. And the girl, let's see here. Let's do some more math. The girls are at 307 on the cumulative. The boys are at 335. So on the cumulative for the Bakers, the girls are down 28 pins, and they're down 5 points. And now they get to switch lanes. I don't know who that helps or who that hurts. Kaylee Gonzalez with her spare attempt on lane 12. We're going to keep an eye over here on 13 and 14. This makes this a little more interesting. I'm going to move the camera down just a smidge. So I think it may be fine where it is, but I may move it down just a smidge so we get a good shot at what's going on. Now you can see the score. Well, just leave it right where it is. Let's leave it right where it is. Still got a bunch of people following this match. We're kind of giving up on 11 and 12. Since Smyre has already taken this one. Brendan Brown leads it off with a strike. Caitlin Withrow through the middle, but she gets lucky and only leaves the rail, 3-6-10. Brandon Simonton with his unique style. Oh, got the 8 pin to fall, so just leaving the 2 pin, that makes that a whole lot easier. He's already missed a 2-8 today. All right, Caitlin. I'm sorry. As a commentator, you're not supposed to be biased, but I'd like to see the girls do well against the boys here. Don't hook. Yeah, there we go. Melanie Boynton on lane 12 doesn't get it to come back, and Brandon Simonton does his spare. I love watching girls against boys. I love to see them competing. Again, this is a exhibition match, so it counts, sort of. In the unofficial standings, we're kind of keeping track of it that way. As we let the Lubbock Cooper girls bowl against all the boys teams, which is unofficial. We let another girls team also bowl against the boys unofficially. In the official standings for varsity and girls, it will not matter. But it matters to them. Drew Campos stepping up on lane 14. And that's not good. Elizabeth McCluskey with a 1-2-4-7. I think she throws a 12-pound ball, so if she can get this left of the head pin and it stay on line, it should get all four, and it does. Drew Campos with a spare. Loses 10 pins a count, but he got his spare. Jenna Loya on lane 13, 1-2-3, 1-2-4. Same spare that Elizabeth had. But to keep in mind that they have moved lanes, so they haven't thrown a ball on this lane in 2 games, so makes it a little more challenging. We've had a sub over here on 11 and 12. I have to find her name. Jenna Loya picks up her spare. Yeah, we've had a sub over here. New girl over here bowling for Lubbock High. Cole Cambinas on lane 11. All right, Jackson Witt stepping up on 14. And leaving a 2-pin. Where are we at on this match here? Girls are in the 3rd and they're clean. The boys are bowling the 5th, and they are, with a spare here, will be 70 in the 4th. The girls with, did we get a strike here? We did. All right, so with a strike here, they're going to be 73 in the 4th. So technically they have a 3-pin lead right now. And now they've got a double working for the girls. They're 73 in the 4th with a double. Brendan Brown on lane 14. Get up on a little bit. It's crossing over, and that's the tricky spare. That's the 3-9. You got to pay it some respect. For a 2-hander, the easiest way to do it is throw it to the gutter and let it hook, and make sure you keep it on the right side of the 3-pin. And Caitlin, that is a 3-bagger, folks, for Cooper girls. Don't get too high, don't get too low. Oh, he hit up on it and left and chops the 3 off the 9. Noah Solis picks up his spare on lane 12. Elizabeth McCluskey with a 3-bagger working. She got it to the dry. Is it going to hook? Not enough. Luckily, she's already gotten this one time with the 7-pin attached, but this time it's just a 1-2-4. So Brandon Simonton with a 6-9. Melanie Boynton with a big strike on lane 12. Good for her. Good for her. Gets a high 5 from her coach, Nora Narvaez. Chloe Horn is on 11. got a little stall here with Elizabeth. That's got a hook just a smidge, and it does, and she spares it up there. Still clean. Brandon Simonton converts his spare. Let's see where we're at right now. The girls are 130. Well, 140 in the seventh with a spare working. The boys are 107 in the seventh with a spare working. The girls have a big lead here. That's what a three-bagger will do for you. It's getting exciting. Jenna Loya. That's left. 1, 3, 6, 9. What she's got left, she really needs to convert this. Don't want to open up any doors for them. Drew Campos. That's left. But it held. All right. That got them started. Maybe now you got Ken Coleman up, and then Jackson Witt's been bowling out of his mind today. So come on, hook. It doesn't hook. So they had their first open. That opens the door for them, for the boys. To the gutter. Through the nose, 3-6. All right, Jenna, settle the things down, and this is Laura. It's getting exciting. Or it is exciting. That is through the nose with a baby split. That's opening the door a little wider. She's going to need to convert this. All right, Camden converts his. They're 147 in the ninth right now. The girls are 154 in the eighth. So they still got a lead. Oh, and she doesn't convert it. Oh, my goodness. That opens the door. So that puts them 163 in the ninth to 147. They still have a lead. It's going to come down to – problem is the boys have a spare working. So this is 10 more with a 9. Oh, my goodness. 9 more. Rebecca can kind of slam the door shut if she can get a strike here. And she doesn't. All right, she just needs to match Jackson. Jackson, oh my goodness. What a turn of events. The girls are going to win this game, folks. Doesn't matter what she does here. I don't think. No, it didn't matter what she did there. They can shoot 183 right now. The boys shot 165. Strike right here will eat into their totals lead. That's better. There you go. That's going to be a 183. All right, let me do some quick math here. All right, right now the point total is this way on lanes 13 and 14. The boys have 8 points. The girls have 5. The boys still have a 10-pin lead in totals. All right, so here's how it works. It comes down to this final game. The girls will have to beat the boys by 11 pins. So they have to win this game by 11 to win the match. The boys can lose this game by anything but 11 pins. And they will win this match. Now, if it's a 10-point pin difference, it'll go to a tiebreaker. And the tiebreaker is going to be a one-ball roll-off. Actually, yeah, that's right. Yeah. Is that right? No, they can't tie. Well, maybe they... Oh, come on. Dude, that would be 7. Yeah, they could tie. That would be interesting. Caitlin Withrow misses her spare. We got her open to start. Nope, they can't tie. No, tie is impossible. So they have to beat them outright, or the boys are going to win this game. All right, Elizabeth McCluskey. It's some kind of iteration of that. The last 3 shots. 1, 2, 5, 7. Brandon Simonton doesn't like it and has got a washout. This has gotten interesting and tight. It's a 10-pin match. 8 points to 5. 500 cumulative to 490 right now in Bakers. Let me hear in the chat right now. Are you enjoying this? And who are you pulling for? And Elizabeth McCluskey, big smile on her face. Okay. It's basically tied right now in this game. It's basically tied. Drew Campos for Cooper Bulls. Big strike there. Let's see if Jenna can match that. Here goes Jenna. It doesn't look, it's not going to hook. 1, 2, 4, 5 again. Camden Coleman can take a lead in this game with a strike right here. And the 9-pin does fall. So that's just a rail, 3, 6, 10. Jenna's taking her time on this, and that's a good thing to do. Talking it over with Bill, making sure we have a game plan. Camden does pick up his spare. This to stay in it. Oh, no. She doesn't like it. She gets 2. That puts it squarely in the boys' hands with a spare working and Jackson Witt throwing the shot. And it gets them all to go down. Doesn't look like he liked it. Laura Oglesby. They need to get something going here. And that's a good way to start it. And then you got the girls' leader in the district coming up to maybe double this thing off and get them back in the right spot. Brendan Brown with a 10-pin. The nerves have got to be flowing right now for the girls. They are so close to pulling this off. Rebecca Wilson, when she needed it, she got it. Brendan does not convert his spare. So a little update on scores. The girls are 63 in the fifth with a double work in, and the boys are 93 in the sixth with an open. So in theory right now, the girls are got a 10-pin lead right now. Brandon Simonton with a bucket. No brother-in-law. Just a 2-4-5. Caitlin Withrow. That's got a hook. Oh my goodness, it didn't hook. Ball went sideways, did not carry the 5-pin. Brandon Simon does convert his spare. That might get them back in the lead in this. $61 in the fourth. They had a 4-pin lead in the fourth. This will give the girls, okay, you got one. That's always good. All right, so here's where we are. Girls are 89 in the sixth. The boys are 93 in the sixth with the spare working. So the girls are going to have to turn it on this back half. Elizabeth McCluskey has been light every time. Maybe Bill got her moved to the right just a little bit, get her to get more in the dry and get this ball to turn the corner and strike. That's going to be closer. Well, 5-pin. Certainly workable. That's better than anything with the head. She's missed the head pin on the right last 3 frames. Everybody's hands go up. Drew Campos. Well, the strike here can really put a headlock on this thing. And he does. Oh, that's got a hook. That's got a hook. That didn't hook. Okay. Well, we're going to need the boys to really falter here. Melanie Boynton on lane 12. Doesn't get them all to go. Camden Coleman with a strike here can all but seal it. And boom. The girls put up a really good fight today. Put up a good fight. All right, Jenna Loya with just a 4-pin. You got to give it to the girls. They fought to the very end. Last game, they had a lead going into the 5th frame. Everything's working right this game for the boys. Jackson Witt with a big strike. That puts a bow on it. Like I said, that does put a bow on it. The boys are going to win this match. We will keep the live stream going until the bitter end for y'all to watch, and I will give the totals. I'm not real sure what happened on 11 and 12. But I do know that Snyder did win the match. It was 9-0 at one point. So they are going to win that match. If you've been watching that one, this one over here on 13 and 14 has been a little bit more interesting. Jackson with a backup ball, trying to convert it. Almost does. Gets the hard one out. Or Oglesby. Finish strong, girls. Ooh, half a loaf. Chloe Horn over on 11 is going left of left. 135. Well, it doesn't look like Lubbock High got skunked. Lubbock High is going to win at least that last game. They might have won a couple of games in between there, as far as I know. I may run over there and see what the score is. Chloe Horn with her spare. Let's see what. I'm going to run over there while you watch Rebecca finish this thing out. I'm going to go see what the score ended up being, just so everybody out there knows. Hey, what I've been saying, throw it really well. We do. All right. Of course, I'm loud. You might have been able to hear me there. Smyer does win their match 15-2. Lubbock High did win that last game. And the finals on this game, 146-188.
Oh, I forgot I had that too.
So that means the Cooper boys are going to win this match 12-5. So Cooper girls did put up a big fight. That's going to do it for our live stream today. We will be back next week with maybe 4 different teams, I'm hoping. Well, with only 12 teams in the league, in the match, it's always possible that we can see another one that's already been on. But we're going to try to see what we can do to find 4 different teams. Depends on who the big match is. I don't know that right off the top of my head. But thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed it. We're at 3 hours for this live stream. So that's about how long it takes to do a high school match. Real proud of all the people. If you need to get in touch with me, again, you can direct message me through our website, WTHSBC.com, or through our Facebook page if you need to get in contact with me. This is going to do it for Saturday, January 11th, week number 6. Look forward to seeing you guys and hearing from you guys again next week. Good afternoon and God bless.